edified, all right? Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakat Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. Salaki, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Rat is our Lord willing that this lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab Mawan back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be called Their Thought Will Always Be to Cut You Off. All right. And we're talking about Esau Edom. All right. Their thought is always to bring down Jake. All right. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which is the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speak of. All right. Believe it or not, they're not worried about anybody else but exterminating our people. All right. And I'm going to bring out this video that I just posted up on Instagram. All right. And it was a very interesting video. All right.
Listen to this. I don't care what color you are, black, white, orange, purple. You need to fucking listen to this.
I'm the lab science director. I know a thing or two about food science. Now, what they have invented, when I say they, I'm talking about the genetic engineers, not only have they found a way to put these genetically engineered traits into food crops, they've now found a way to cause food crops to grow RNA fragments that can be specifically targeted like bioweapons to interfere with the physiological processes of targeted species that might eat the food. Now, this technology is called RNA interference technology. It's relatively new compared to GMOs, relatively new. It's being touted now as a technology to eliminate the use of pesticides because what they're saying is they can cause a corn crop to grow RNA fragments that will kill the insects that eat the corn without having to use pesticides like toxic chemicals that overload the insect nervous system and kill it from the nervous system breakdown and so on. This RNA interference technology is a pesticide technology, but it doesn't rely on pesticide chemicals. It relies on RNA fragments in the food. Now, what's disturbing about this is that this technology can be fine-tuned to target a specific race of humans who eat the food. I want you to follow me very carefully on this because most people have never heard of this before. They've never heard of this technology. They don't know it can be targeted by race. Food crops can be engineered right now based on existing technology to cause infertility in black people alone. That technology is a reality. It's widely covered out there in the mainstream media, in the science media, RNA interference technology, widely covered. The government is at war with you. If you're black and you're watching this, the government is at war with you, and they want you exterminated, and they control the science funding, which means there will never be money for any genetic science of the food supply to uncover this truth. If it were there, it would be covered up like everything else has been covered up this entire time. Just like the Tuskegee experiments covered things up in the 1930s. Nothing has changed, except the technology is more advanced. The covert technology is more covert. The number of vectors through which they can kill you and cause you to have no children, cause you to have spontaneous abortions, the number of vectors is increasing. You are being targeted. And like I said earlier, to some extent, we're all being targeted. But black people are being targeted more than anyone else.
All right. So what they're really targeting is they're targeting the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right. And they always have been targeting our people. All right. This is Psalms 83. And start from the top. It says, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head, up the head. All right. Let's go into that word tumult real quick. All right. Which it says Hama. All right. And it says to murmur, growl, roar, cry aloud, mourn, rage, sound, make noise. All right. Tumult, be clamorous, be disquieted, be loud, be moved, be troubled. All right. These are all words that Esau, Edom, all right, the so-called white man, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man, he does, man. He's always trying to put us in trouble. He's always raging against us. All right. Matter of fact, it's another scripture real quick. Let me grab that. Psalms 2 and 1. And it says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and against his anointed. All right, saying, and that's talking about, going against Yahushua and the elect, man. And it says, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall have them in derision. And at the end of the day, man, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to lift that standard up against them, man, and he going to laugh. He laughing now, you see, because these devils don't understand that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is in control of each and one of them. You see? Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick in Proverbs. Proverbs, I think it's 25. Maybe 26. Give me 1 second. Man, it's one of these. Oh, you know what? It's 21. Yeah, it is 21. Yep. This is Proverbs 21 and 1, and it says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. You see, because man's goings is of the Lord, so how can a man understand his own way? All right. So the king's heart, all right, talking about these devils that rule the world today, all right, you see, is in the hand of the Lord. So the Lord causes all these things to happen, man. All right. Through them, using them, and they don't even understand it. They're prideful men, and they won't understand that. All right, so it goes back to the kings of the earth set themselves, and rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and the Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. All right, and that's talking about Yahushua. I will declare the decree the Lord Yahushua has said unto me, thou art my son. Salaki, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them into pieces like a potter's vessel. Right? So at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to put a hurting on these people, man. All right, they could try to imagine that vain thing all they want. All right, but that standard is going to be lifted. Okay, so going back, all right, to that word tumult, all right, rage, okay. Matter of fact, let me get this word tumult. See what it says here from the Webster. All right, it says a loud, confused noise, especially one caused by a large mass of people. All right, confusion or disorder. You see, and these devils is always causing confusion and disorder. All right. And at the end of the day, always trying to what? Cut us off from being a nation. So it tells you right here, it says, for thine enemies make a tumult, all right, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right. And crafty counsel has been taken, is being taken everywhere, man. All right. This is a crafty counsel right here being used. You see, now they put in, which is funny because I was just talking about this. What was it, earlier or yesterday? Yeah, it was earlier, how you just don't know what these devils is doing to our foods. It can even be as simple as you eating your herbs. The herbs and the things that we need most are being, dealt with. They are being messed around with, tampered with. All right. None of the shit that's in our plate in America is real anymore, man. You basically got to go to these other countries to actually find some real herbs, some real fruit. But in America, forget about it. And then they go to these other lands and take the actual real fruits, all right, and they keep them for themselves. And then the rest, they just doing all types of crazy ass things with them, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me get I just thought about Genesis 4. Genesis 4, and I'll start from 4 and 10. And it says, and he said, what hast thou done? Because this is when Cain has slew his brother Abel. All right. And he says, and Yahweh said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, because remember, Cain was a tiller of the ground. All right. He was into, tilling the fruits and the veggies and all that, man. All right. And it says, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. You see, because it was a curse that, our food was going to be, it wasn't going to be in its strength anymore. Our vegetables and our fruits was never going to yield her strength ever again. So within time, that's how we ended up getting these GMOs and things like that, man. Because nothing has its true, pure strength anymore. All right. You will literally have to go in the middle of the damn Amazon, man. For you to find something that's official, something that Esau ain't tampered with yet. But what was his blessing? One of his blessing was to be having the fatness of the earth. So, there's name a place where Esau ain't got his damn hands put in there. You see? All right. And yeah, there is places he has never explored. All right. But them places we don't even got access to them. If this devil, one of his blessing was to have the fatness of the earth, all right, what makes you think we're gonna have our hands on it? We're not gonna have our hands on it. So he rules the world, man. So this is pretty much going into, how we will eventually have GMOs and things like that, because everything that grows out here, man, is not growing to its true potential. You see? Let's go into this word. You shall not henceforth. Henceforth says add, increase. You see, it was not going to increase anymore. All right. What else you got here? Add again, anymore. Seize, come more, conceive again. You see? Continue, exceed. Yield, to put, be stronger. You see, it wasn't going to be at its strongest point anymore. let's see what else we got in here. Henceforth yield. Natan. All right, to give, put set. To give, bestow. All right, grant. Yeah, it wasn't going to grant you that true, that how can I say it? That true proteins and the true, minerals that you were going to need, for the body. Permit, employ, devote, consecrate, dedicate, pay wages, sell or exchange, lend, commit, entrust, give over, deliver up, yield, produce. You see, it wasn't going to produce the way it used to be. All right, before Eve, all right, when it took on the philosophies and pretty much messed everything up for us, man, everything was perfect. That's what the Garden of Eden was. That was paradise, man. So everything in that garden, all right, was to its potential and gonna be better within time. All right, but then you had Eve that went and had to take on the philosophy and pretty much, destroyed everything, which it all fell back on Adam, all right, because Adam was the one that had dominion over everything. You see, he was responsible. He was held responsible for it all because he was the man. All right, but everything back in that time, man, was at its best, production, and then we lost that. So we were gonna end up being in one point in the time frame we in now, where nothing is real, man. None of our food, none of our fruits, none of our vegetables, none of that, herbs, none of that is real right now, man. I'm not saying you can't find it, but it's like an arm and a leg for you to go out there and find it. You see? And it's expensive as hell to get your hands on it. That's why, there's certain places brothers will go up north and, you'll find one guy that has it all, and that guy's got to go basically traveling all over the place to get his hands on certain type of fruits, roots, things like that. And it's going to be expensive, man. But as of today, none of our stuff is at its proper produce, man. It says to put, set, put on, put upon, set upon. All right, designate, to be given, bestowed, granted. Yeah, we're not going to be granted the true foods we need, man. To be set, be put, be made, be inflicted. See what we got here. Suffer, submit, suffer. Restore. Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to. When it went down like that, man, nothing was gonna be restored back to its proper produce. All right, we were gonna suffer. All right, to have the actual true, the true taste of foods, man. Which our foods it wasn't meat. All right, because what did it tell you? It tell you it had given you every given bearing seed. All right, all the herbs was given to us for us to have as meat. You see? And water also, because water is the main thing. Your body's made out of what? 80% water? All right, our water is done. Our water supply is horrible. Metals in them. All right, fluoride in them. Okay, you got all types of crazy ass shit in our waters, man. It's good to have. I have one in my house. Is what do you call them? Damn, I can't get the word out. A distiller. You distill your water. That takes out the, it cleans it up. It takes the metals out, all that. But you have to find good water to distill that water. If you try to distill your sink water, all right, you're gonna have to distill that shit like 100 times. All right, if you grab bottled water and you try to distill that, you got to distill that a couple times, to make it perfect. See, because the best water will be the water that runs down creeks, runs off of rocks and things like that. That's your best water, man. that still water that you get, that's horrible water. Yeah, man, that's right. Yeah, because the water that we have that's coming out through these pipelines, man, is horrible. It's not good water. You know, it could also be the I don't know if you what you use. You know, I use like body washes and things like that. You know, I try to stay away from like certain soaps and things like that. Soap itself makes your body dry. All right. You know, but if you get natural type you know, body washes, it keeps your body a little bit moist, but still at the end of the day, it's gonna have you dry as hell. All right. I read an article that they found the spawn of 600 million fish in Antarctica. Yeah, man. And you know what? To eat, yeah, just like you put ego after the resources in the Arctic, the last unexplored continent. Yeah. And he'll go over there and destroy all that. See, that's what this devil does, man. This devil literally will grab everything that's good left in his place and destroy it, you know? So nobody could get their hands on it, because that's what this devil's made to do, to destroy everything. You see? Zero Water is a good check out. They commercial, yeah. Yeah, zero Water is pretty good. But even these waters, man, they tell you that their pH levels is up, that it's clean water, but who the hell really knows, man? See, we ain't got the technology that Esau got to go out there and really test these waters. You know, I got what you call a TDS meter. You see, where you could grab it and you put it in the water and it tells you how many metals is in it. You know, it's crazy because when I tested my sink water had like over 300, 400 chemicals in that shit, man. I tested even the bottled waters and that shit had over 100 chemicals. You see? It didn't have as much as the regular water, but I mean, then your sink water, but man, these devils is crazy, bro. So singly. Never buy them in the pack. Yeah, I don't mess with soap, period, bro. I wash my ass with soap, you know what I'm saying? But not that type of soap, like bars of soap. I use body washes, you know, natural body washes. And like I said, even them things, you don't even know if they're really natural. They tell you they natural, but who knows? There's certain soaps that they put straight pork in it, you know? That's this devil. This is why we got to get up out of here, man. This is why we need Yahushua to come and put a hurting on this damn devil. You see? So we can be back in righteousness, and then we can show this damn devil how you really supposed to move in rulership, man. Because once we get back in rulership, forget about it. You know? For the little 1,000 years that these devils is gonna be in slavery, they're gonna feel it, but that's gonna be a good slavery for their asses. They're gonna learn how it should have been, how we should have been moving when you were in rulership. You see, you can't give this damn devil any rulership. He does all wickedness to it, man. All right. So let me go back to that. Now tells us she henceforth yield unto thee her strength. Let's see what this word strength. You see, strength, produce, wealth of soil. You see, so when it was time that the ground wasn't gonna be tilled right anymore, yeah, the soil itself wasn't gonna have wealth to it. All right, because in order for you to have rich plants and herbs and things like that, it starts with the soil. You have to have beautiful, clean, good soil in order for your strength to produce in these fruits and vegetables, man, to produce properly. All right, so our ground is done. This ground is filthy. All right. Matter of fact, let me grab that scripture. How's it go? He defiled the land. He defiled the land. KJV. Is that how it goes? That's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking, I think it's in Revelations. Polluted the land. Is that how it goes? Polluted the land, KJV.
According to Bible, King James Version, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
How is it? Man, I can't remember what it was. Man, I think it's in Revelations. What the heck? Oh, no, I went to Bible 2, that's why. Let me see, brother, put it up. Maybe I put it back up. Nah. But there's a scripture where it talks about how the land, all right. Damn, I can't believe I remember that. Where's that? But basically, they polluted the land, man. All right. And this is why you got to take this devil out of it, because he polluted this land. He defiled the land through death, through all types of wickedness, sorceries, but he also polluted the land just with his crazy ass ways, man. You got Monsanto's the top company that produces all of our fruits and vegetables and things like that, which that goes back to China. And right now, as a matter of fact, China hoarding all types of grain and things like that. I forgot where I was reading the article at. You see, they got all control of those things. So if they have control of it, what do we have control of? Nothing. And if you're caught making your own, having your own little farm and things like that, man, these devils will run up on you and tell you, you can't have that. They don't want you to grow your own plants and things like that, which at the end of the day, it wouldn't matter because you're still dealing with the air. These devils is destroying the air, so whatever they're throwing in the air is landing on your food anyway. You see? The seeds that they give us that you go and buy in the stores, you think they're organic, but they're not. They're owned by Monsanto, man. That's a very big company that runs a lot of the foods. All right? So, like I said, there's no such thing as you actually having real fruits and vegetables today, man. You got to go to these third world countries. You got to be in the middle of Honduras. All right, you got to be in the middle of Chile, in the straight rainforests for real. That's where you're gonna find something real. Man, that's bothering me with that scripture though. I forgot exactly how it goes. So I brought it up before many times too. I can't think about it right now. I got a blockage on it. Give me 1 second. How does it go? And they shall not pollute the land no more. KJV. I think it might be like that. Man. Because this one's about, them shedding blood in the land. It's in Revelations too. Man, it's annoying. Oh, maybe that's how it goes. Which have destroyed the land, KJV, Revelations.
According to Dialnet, the verse in question states that he nations raged.
Yep, is that it? Yep, that's the one I was looking for. The Wada Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. I was quoting it wrong. That's why. And it says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to all, into the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And who's the ones that destroyed the earth, man? All right. Started with Esau, Edom, all right, and the rest of these damn heathen nations, man. Because remember, they all, right, they all come in one, right? They all sit down together, see? For they all have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. You see? And then it goes into all these other countries, all right? All these other nations, Salakia, all right, that are against us and always what? Trying to take us out, man. All right? Trying to destroy our people. So they are all confederate against thee. They the ones that have destroyed this earth, you know, with their resources, you know, they fake ass resources they be trying to look for. All right? Drill holes in the earth. All right, take out the oil. This is why we're having so many not volcanoes. This is why we're having so many earthquakes and things like that. You know, constantly drilling out of the earth the oil, taking the oil from the earth, because just like a car needs, you know, oil for all the, you know, the pistons and the things inside the engine to run properly. All right, keep it, you know, nice and lubricated. The earth itself needs to be lubricated. All right. The earth itself is supposed to get a Sabbath. You know, we're about to get over the Sabbath now. You see, the same way we get a Sabbath, all right, the earth itself needs a Sabbath. Every 7 years, you're not supposed to do nothing to the whole earth for a whole year. You see? So for 6 years, you could, you know, do all types of, you know, dig into the earth and all that, but that 7th year, you have to give it a rest. You see? But this devil don't rest. This devil is constantly cutting trees down, doing all types of crazy madness, man. So it's destroying the earth, and this is why they got to be destroyed. All right? Let me get Psalms 64. And it says 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter, they commune of laying snares privily, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. You see, these devils they know every aspect of life on how to break you down. You know, you jakes. They know every thought of you, every way to break you down, how to suck you into this world and to that world, because they make that diligent search, all right? And they do these things thinking that, you know, that nobody sees them. But see, the elect, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and then him having us grace, having grace upon us, man, being able to have that eye salve and see these things, man. You know, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. See, we're no longer ignorant to these things. We were at one point, but now we're woken up. So now we know all the tricks that this devil's up to through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and these scriptures that have been written. You know, this is why these things were written for us. And this is why those things that were written aforetime was made for our learning. You see? Let me get Psalms. This is the one I wanted. Yeah, this is Psalms 10:1, and it says, "Why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thyself in the times of trouble?" And he was hiding his face from us because why? We hid ourselves from him. You see, we wanted to go out there and forsake our Lord, man. So he wasn't dealing with us for a long time. But through mercy and remembering of the promises, man, he has had mercy upon us and brought us back. And it says the wicked in his pride does persecute the poor. This is persecution right here. All right. By them telling you that they putting this and that in your food. All right. The things that you need most, man, food is what we need most. All right, to continue on. Water is what you need the most, because at the end of the day, it ain't starvation that kills you. It's dehydration that kills you. All right. But you still need some type of form of food. All right. But water, if you don't eat, you have water going to keep you alive. You could go without eating as long as you're drinking water. But once you ain't got water, that's it. But remember, like you said in the scriptures, that he that believeth on me shall never hunger, he that believeth on me shall never thirst. All right, at the end of the day, we ain't got to take thought of those things, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua going to provide for us when we need it the most. All right, and it says, the wicked in his pride, okay, because this is also pride being shown by this devil. Oh, look at me. I can make this, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, like this guy just said. I ain't gonna say the whole, what he was using in the video, but he said that we could take this and manipulate it to your food and make this food do this and do that. That's crazy, man. That's pride. He wants a fucking Nobel Peace Prize for that shit. All right? He wants to show everybody, wow, look what I can do. I could take this damn vegetable and take that fruit and make it, and call it a veggie fruit, and give me a clap. This devil is prideful, man. And he does persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. And again, why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? But you see, all these things, man, are gonna, they're gonna come back to bite him in his ass. All right, it says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts, and he ain't never going to be in his thoughts. Why? Because this devil was made to be the wicked, that vessel of wrath, that vessel of dishonor. All right, so he will never have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua in his thoughts, nor will he ever give credit to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right, it says his ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. For all his enemies, he puffeth at them. And this is what he's doing, going back to that pride, man. He puff at us, saying to himself that he has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And this is why America going to be destroyed in 1 hour, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua going to show you that pure wrath, man. In 1 hour, this place is going to be destroyed. All this damn devil's, things that he built up, all his powerful buildings, all his powerful devices, all right? That shit is being brought down to naught. See, it's taking a while because, hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is on his clock. You see, but when it comes, this place is going to be destroyed like this. All right? It says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Okay? We know that's that devil. All right? Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, you gotta. It's hard, man. You can't even watch what you eat because these ingredients that are on there, man, they're fake. You know how many times we go to the stores and we just go, it'll say organic section, but you go look at this damn organic ass fruit. That shit look just as much as like the GMO. It's shit brolic as hell. I've bought organic bananas, and when I open them up, bro, they just black and rotten in the inside. How is that an organic banana, but it's black and rotten in the inside? I've bought organic peppers and things like that, and in the inside it got mold, but in the outside it looked beautiful. You see? because it's all a slap of a label on it. It's all about money. At the end of the day, they just gonna slap some stupid ass damn sticker on it that say organic, and it ain't organic, man. None of these things are organic out here anymore. Again, in order for you to go find some real organic fruit, vegetables, herbs, man, you got to go out of this country, and you got to go to these places that barely been touched. That's how you gonna find that. And if you do find it, again, you're gonna be paying an arm and a leg from that. Whoever's the merchant, he gonna charge you an arm and a leg. He gonna tell you some bullshit. I got the fly. I got to fly to this place and get this and that route and this route. It's hard, man. This is why we just gotta pray upon our food and ask Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to bless our food, you know, because everything is defiled, man. Every single thing is defiled out here. It says check the ingredients, the lesser ingredient. Yeah, absolutely. You know that you do when you look at the ingredients, the lesser it is better. You know, you show. I was watching a show. I forgot what show it was, not too long ago, and it was crazy because when you go to like these European countries, like you go to Britain and things like that, London, bro, the food, they'll have the same food that we got, but our ingredients will be made out of like 100 different things. Where you go look at the same food that they're eating, but that shit will have maybe like 3, 4, 5 ingredients on it. You see? Because the shit that they're eating over there, because they're rich and they run everything over there, you see? They're getting their hands on the better food while they just sitting here giving Jake trash. They make that pretty much they make all these what do you call them? These what's the word? When it's all fast food, it's all pre-made nasty ass food. Damn, I can't get the word out, man. All right, but you know everything that we eat, man, is fake as hell, and they're making sure that they throwing it in Jake's plate, man, while all these other people eating good. You know, what was another thing I was watching too? It was something similar to that same show, but it's crazy, man. You go to these other countries, man, and they like even their McDonald's was like made out of real beef, and then it was like 2, 3 different ingredients on it. Where if you go look up the ingredients for our burger, that's just like 100 different ingredients in it, man. Matter of fact, I was just what I had the other day, man, that I realized I like these little drinks. They called damn Salaki. They're called it's a green tea citrus. It's made by Lipton. All right. And I used to, you know, it's a pretty decent drink. But the other day I just read the ingredients, and that shit says 0% juice on it. You know, I'm sitting there like, what is this, yo, that I'm drinking? And I'm looking at the ingredients. It had a whole bunch of things on there I ain't never hear of, bro. You know? I was like, what is this that I'm drinking? How is this juice? How you gonna call it juice, but it says 0% juice on the back of it? You know? Same thing with like, take for instance, what do you call it? Orange juice. People don't know about this, but orange juice, when it's supposed to be 100% oranges, all right? That's nonsense, because when you look up citric acid, all right, citric acid goes into it being an actual mold. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick. Citric acid. Let me see. It's supposed to say mold. I was reading it the other day and I was like, what? There you go. Look, citric acid was first derived from lemon juice by the Swedish researcher in 1784. The odorless and colorless compound was produced from lemon juice until the early 1900s, when researchers discovered that it could also be made from the black mold. You see? And they'll put that shit in your drink. It's made out of black mold. You see? Not only that, they actually grabbing the orange juice. They're actually putting ammonia in that shit, man. That was another thing that came up as an ingredient. Let me see if I can get that up. Does orange juice have what was the word I was just saying? Ammonia, Salakia. Does orange juice have ammonia in it? Let me see if it comes up. What if you're mixed orange juice? What if you mixed orange juice and ammonia? I forgot where I read it too. When I was reading, I was like, man, this is crazy. Look at this shit. Your connection is not private. Here we go. Fruits high in ammonia. It won't even let me in there, huh? Oh yeah, that's that devil right there. Oh yeah, that's Satan. Hey, but I ain't playing when I tell you there's ammonia in that, man. Ammonia, black mold. You see, this is supposed to be healthy stuff for you. Orange juice is supposed to be healthy for you. All right? But, you know, the healthiest way would be for you to take actual oranges and squeeze them on, squeeze them and squeeze the juice out of them. But if it's a GMO, how the hell is it? How is it natural? It ain't natural at all. You see? So it wouldn't matter what is on your what ingredients, lesser or not. At the end of the day, we just read that what? This devil is a liar. All right. What did it say right here? It said his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue his mischief and vanity. See? Everything that comes out of this damn devil's mouth is a lie, man. The wicked is estranged from the womb. See, as soon as they be born, they speak lies. So you can't trust this devil for nothing. Can't trust that ingredients when you see it. So it wouldn't really matter, man. Best thing to do is just pray. Pray that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua bless your drink, your food, whatever it is, that he could just, bless it through the spirit and take out whatever poison is in it, which at the end of the day, we were going to eat of defiled bread amongst the Gentiles and live, man. You see, we eating defiled foods and drinks, all that, and we still living. That's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua having grace upon us, man.
This is scary. Listen to this. I don't care what color you are.
It's lucky. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the point. The point is this devil is just gotta go, man. Can't wait till Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, take this place and destroy this damn devil. Yeah, see? Pesticides in the plants. That's the matter of fact, I think that's what he was just saying too. Hold on, let me bring that back up.
This is scary. Listen to this. I don't care what color you are, black, white, orange, purple. You need to fucking listen to this.
I'm the lab science director. I know a thing or two about food science. Now, what they have invented, when I say they, I'm talking about the genetic engineers, not only have they found a way to put these genetically engineered traits into food crops, they've now found a way to cause food crops to grow RNA fragments that can be specifically targeted like bioweapons to interfere with the physiological processes of targeted species that might eat the food. Now, this technology is called RNA interference technology.
Yeah, going into that those pesticides.
It's relatively new.
Going into those pesticides, because now what they want to do is they want to basically kill off all those things that are going to eat your fruit. And see that we don't even be realizing that. That's how dumb we are sometimes, man. They'll sell you these pesticides to keep your garden clean from getting eaten by these insects and things like that. But you're not even realizing that those pesticides that you're getting is poison that you're spraying on top of your plants. So now your plants grow with that. And honestly, you need things like these insects and things like that to come and mess with your plants. Why? Because that's natural. That's a natural way of things growing. You see, when you leave these things wild in you know, like the rainforest and things like that, what you think? You know, different types of insect don't come and mess with these things? Of course they do. It's juicy, it's rich to them too, just as it's rich to us. But remember that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua makes no mistake when he creates his creations. So each one of these insects has a job to do, you know, on its own that helps produce these fruits and vegetables and things like that. You know? Yeah, it might tear up a lot of your shit. It might eat up the leaves and things like that. But at the end of the day, when you just leave them alone, your fruits and your vegetables are still going to grow. You know, they're not going to really be eating your actual fruits and vegetables. You see? Now, you could put a fence around for certain things because then you get, like, you know, you get chipmunks and rabbits and squirrels. Yeah, they come and mess with your thing, you know, your actual food. All right, but the insects alone, what do you need pesticides for? They're pretty much natural, you know, for them to jump on that and you know, whatever it is that their job, you know, what their job is, it does something to the fruit to you know, pollinate it or whatever. It's just like you need bees and things like that. A lot of people are afraid of bees and that, but when you grow in a garden, you need bees because the bees is what pollinates your fruits and your vegetables and your plants and things like that. You know, and that's one thing we don't got in today's society. You don't see bees like that. You know, bees are being destroyed left and right. And once you destroy the bees, which I seen a video on that not so long ago, when you destroy the bees, that's it. Ain't nothing gonna ever grow back the way it's supposed to. It's already bad enough we're growing, you know, everything's growing all out of order. All right. So once you're killing bees, there's nothing to pollinate your plants and things like that. You know? But man, yeah, that's pretty much the point. It was actually supposed to be This is scary.
Listen to this. I don't care what color.
It's supposed to be not too long on the video, but it's all good. All right, but Lord willing, it was edifying. All right, so with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Rat the Zalo willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom.